I don't wanna talk, I just wanna count my bands. Kicking doors down while I'm chilling in my vans. Shawty said she need me, said she wanna make amends. Kick her out the door, now I'm talking to a friend.
Oh, she's like some Kardashian.
She's the second youngest Kardashian. But basically so she didn't have any plastic surgery, right? So they leaked her nudes. And what ended up happening is, like, you know, the Tess Holiday shit where she was on the cover of whatever the fuck magazine, and she was like fat as fuck. And she took up. Yeah, so when that happened, like the same fucking day, Kendall Jenner's nudes leaked, and everybody's like body shaming her and shit. They call it, like, basically everyone was calling her a little boy and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I was just like, nigga, are you fucking kidding me? You just got like this 400-pound bitch on this fucking cover, yet Kendall Jenner is too skinny and her boobs are too small, so you just gotta fucking talk mad shit about her. It's like, how the fuck can the same people be like, we gotta respect everyone's body and we have to accept them for who they are, and then Kendall Jenner, the only Kardashian with no plastic surgery, is like out here like modeling, and everybody's like, oh, she's not fucking good enough. Her tits too small. She needs to eat.
I don't. You know what? I'm looking at them right now, and as you said, she has not gotten plastic surgery. I'm like, then it must be makeup because she looks fake somehow. There's something about her.
It's like her face is.
And it's not her. Yeah, it's only her face so far. It's really not her body. I mean, that looks real, and it's not appealing to me, but. I'm not going to talk shit
in the not safe for work chat.
Because this is totally something like that would be on a magazine, though. Because they want skinny girls in modeling. That's all. You know,
she's not too bad.
There is plus size models, by the way. Yeah. Like, it's not like that doesn't exist.
No, but I'm talking about like Tess Holiday. It was like way bigger than any plus size model, and they're lying and saying that she's the only plus size model for that cover. And she's not even the first one. There's other plus size models that are like actual models that don't look like a fucking beluga whale.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't like this, and I'm not attracted to her, nor do I give a shit about her. Oh my god, I found one of her on a cow? Why?
I posted it. No, she's on a horse. Bitch.
Oh, that's a horse. I was like, wait a minute, is that a cow? This on your cow?
No. The best one is the one where she's running.
It's confirmed that it's confirmed that Reaper doesn't know the difference between a cow and a horse.
It's well documented.
Hey Peter, what's a horse?
No. So look at the one where she's running.
Horse, Peter.
Everyone saw this one and started talking bad shit about her.
Hold on a minute, I found another one.
Zoom.
Hey,
gotta
Peter,
go fast.
check out this
Kendall, gotta go fast. Jenner, gotta go faster. Gotta go faster. Keeping up with the Kardashians.
Oh.
Gotta go fast. Kendall,
Another one.
Gotta go
I found another one. I don't know why I found this.
No offense to the lady, but she's not fat material. Oh god, the fuck is that?
She isn't fat material to us, but she's probably fat material to someone. Look at that other one. I couldn't crop it, but look at that.
Where are you posting
I'm sorry to say, but
This one looks like Naruto. Well, because I found it.
No, where are you posting it?
And then it's a I'm not a goblin. Why would I put this in regular chat?
Gotta go fast.
I don't know
this
why.
Looks straight up like a Sonic pose though. Or a Flash.
I don't know why, but I'm uncomfortable seeing naked people running. I don't know. It's just really alien.
It's for a book shoot. Like, so they took her pictures for like a novel this photographer was doing, and like in the context of the book, that's what it's fucking. I don't know why the fuck it's like that.
You know, I'm surprised our server hasn't said anything like, "It's your boy's skinny penis," but it shows Kendall Jenner.
Yeah.
She looks like the embodiment of skinny penis.
Oh. She looks like she has a skinny penis.
No,
I mean, but it's like
she doesn't.
They really shouldn't be making fun of her for it though.
She She has like that Evangelion body type. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, it's because she's really skinny and she's running. But like
Yeah,
for like the
like-
pose where she like has the really big hair and the pearls and everything, because like people are like talking about how she's flat chested, but she's clearly not. She just has smaller breasts. Like in the running one that I posted, like you can
Actually,
clearly see.
the big hair one, I actually like.
Hey
She
guys,
looks
let's
really
talk
nice in
about
this one.
school.
there's something entertaining about the horse and the running. Everything else is like,
You mean the cow?
yeah, it's a cow.
Bitch,
Exactly.
I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a
Dishonor.
cow. I'm
Dishonor
not
you.
a cat. I don't go meow.
Dishonor
I'm
you.
not a cat.
Dishonor your cat.
Don't go meow.
Don't go yeah.
I don't go, yeah. Nico, Nick. Hey,
I go,
do Joe Swanson. Can you do your Joe Swanson voice and say, yeah?
Britain's Got Talent. Wait, just signed up for BGT regarding the fact that I have confidence of a rat and a snake king.
I got a funny.
Dude, that's the real Nugget.
Oh shit! It's your boy, the real Nugget.
Oh wow.
A wild nugget.
What's
is
up, my
weird.
favorite? What's up, my favorite Brit fag?
We can't. No one knows who he is outside.
No, it's
like,
the real
like
Nugget.
they don't in the podcast. They won't know who you're talking to because they can't see the Discord.
Oh no, we're not gonna be mentioning the Discord in the fucking podcast.
That was just, what was just happening. We were like, they're gonna be like, who the fuck is Nugget? Who the fuck is that nigga?
Who's this?
Who is that Nugget?
This was a
Who's that nugget?
Podcast is hard.
So I googled her nudes, and it's like, in response to a complaint we received under the U.S. Digital Millennium Copyright Act, we have removed one results from this page. If you wish, you may read the DMCA complaint.
Kendall Jenner is pretty weird looking.
I'd rather watch some decent amateur porn than look at Kendall Jenner naked all day. But
I'm gonna look for
Jesus.
I
Caitlyn
could study
Jenner,
this
dude.
for art, but I can't like have fun with it. You know,
I'm looking for Caitlyn Jenner nudes.
like I get why some people
literally
hate
a
it.
whole website full of them.
I like that one.
Caitlyn.
I get why some people don't like it, but then it's also like, did you want this to be hot or something? I mean, this wasn't a.
It's
wasn't
for
a forged-
fucking novel.
What are you doing here in my beach and
Here's
blanket?
a better one of the horse.
Yes, the one of the most interesting cat pictures I've ever seen.
I feel like that's really uncomfortable to like sit bare ass naked on a horse.
Right.
Oh
That's how
yeah.
a lot of girls pop their hymens.
This looks like one of those things, like one of those old fashioned like drawings of a warrior lady on a fucking with a
Here's her
Big
walking
board.
the horse.
Oh,
Why does
shit.
she walk
horse.
on
Come this
Burber's
way.
gonna join.
She looks like she's walking Winnie the Pooh.
Oh hey Burber.
Not
Yeah,
Like a
she's
Christopher
doing-
walk it, like a Christopher Robin walk or
Walk
something.
it like I walk. Walk it
Walk it
like
like
I
I-
in my pocket. Walk it in my pocket.
Walk it in my pocket. Oh, walk it.
Had it in my sock. Walk it like I talk it.
I still hate that
It's a horse.
fucking what was it? The one where the nigga was like, oh, just repeat after me. There's a fox over in the blocks. I was like, nigga, fuck you.
Jeez, Burber.
Berber,
Oh,
stop
good,
wiping your
I
ass
tried
with
to-
your microphone.
Giraffes are just
Tried to-
really tall cows.
I tried to find Caitlyn Jenner dudes, but I couldn't find any.
Nigga, you obviously didn't look hard enough.
Yeah,
Like, it's
you
the
gotta look-
first search result. Like, an entire album of all of them is the first search result.
I kind of like the horse one though. It's the one that is the very much absurd next to the running. The running is something I'd expect from like.
Dude, she's running in the
Live action.
90s.
Switched headsets.
Hey
Gotta
Burber.
go fast. Oh, Berber, you missed our Kendall Jenner Sonic the Hedgehog song.
What's a Kendall Jenner?
She's the youngest legal Kardashian.
Oh, she's legal. Never mind. Don't care.
Oh, in
Okay,
the words of
that's
Tiger,
basically
she's a
twice,
young
yeah?
girl dog, but she's stimulated.
Does the fuck that even mean?
Stimulated.
That's
Don't
what
say
Tiger
that.
said. She a young girl dog, but she's stimulated.
I don't believe a man. Tiger, right?
I don't know. Maybe I have bad taste, but I look at Kendall Jenner and I'm like, I don't like Kardashian type celebrities.
Kendall Jenner looks better in clothes.
So, Berber shit posting. You wanted to talk about trolling liberals? I got a lot of stories about that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Get ready for the next.
And you can't even comprehend politics on like a socioeconomic scale, so you don't even know what you're talking about there, son. Do your homework, eat your goldfish, and go to bed.
I hate goldfish. I hate
God
goldfish,
his ass.
so, and I'm not. You know, I don't know. I don't want to take the bait and get reeled in.
Oh no, sorry, Berber. I quoted the lyrics wrong. I found them. Un momento, por favor. Here's my perfect Tiger voice. Hey, fam. They say she young. I should have waited. She a big girl dog, but she stimulated. There you go. which arguably is much worse.
I should have waited. She a big girl, dog, when she stimulated.
She's
She a big
stimulated.
girl dog when she stimulated. I was like, Tiger, who let you write that?
Who will let you write that?
It's like, what's it called? Kanye West, like, Shoot a Whoop. It's like, that was a better song than
Or it's
whatever
like
you just wrote.
it's like with Little Uzi when he says, "Bitch, blow my dick like a cello."
Breaking news: Tiger's a lolicon.
Lil Uzi was like, it's like, why the fuck they let me
Like,
sing
what-
that? And they were like, why did none of my friends stop me? It's like, I was mad at everyone at the studio. How the fuck they let me say that dumbass shit and not correct me? Everyone said that shit was fire. That shit was awesome. They let me say that dumbass shit about a cello. I was like, Uzi has bad
When your voice is
friends.
too good, when your hype men are too good.
Bitch, blew my dick like a cello.
Oh no,
I was
cannabis
like,
is
I
hype
meant
man
that
is the worst. It's like, nigga, you may have more cash than me, but you ain't got the mic skills to eat a nigga's ass like me.
Oh.
Bars.
He
Amazing.
put that in
Wow,
a diss
that's
song
nice.
to LL Cool J. And I was just like, who the fuck let him put that there? Who was in the studio mixing and mastering this shit? It was like, yeah, cannabis, that's some good shit right there, bro.
Hey, Rents.
Hey, if I was mixing that shit, I would have put that in. That's a good fucking line.
Hey, Rents, how would
Yeah.
you feel? How would you feel if you and your girl
Sassy
playing
ass.
patty cake, and she tells you, "Babe, fill me up like a jelly donut." How would you feel?
I just kind of
Fill
look
me up like a
I
jelly
just
donut.
I would just look at her and then I would do it.
Oh,
my
dude.
God.
That's
I'm
kind of
with you on
weird
that
for
one.
me because I like jelly donuts. I actually enjoy jelly
Everyone
donuts.
loves jelly donuts except for vegans.
I'm the only
black
person
people.
who doesn't like them for some reason.
And
Because it
black
has
people.
something they like, but it's inside something they hate. Or no, wait a minute. Vegans. Oh wait, never mind. Milk.
Rent's back there eating a jelly donut.
Oh, damn, that shit's a good ass.
Donut, nigga.
Finish it, though, nigga.
When you control the pumpkin spice, you control all the white girls.
Donut square up.
Oh yeah, cannabis's name is spelt wrong. Wait, no. No,
Of
the
course
best
it's
thing
spelled
about
wrong.
cannabis is the name of the album this song is on. Guess what the name of it is? It's his name, but it's a pun. Cannabis.
Can of biscuits?
No. Can I bus?
Oh my god.
What a bus though.
Who let this nigga name his album? They need to stop cannabis from doing whatever he doing. Can dash I dash bus.
Can I bust?
Can I do my cannabis?
It's
'Cause
like
I love cannabis. No.
Somebody get this man a Tard Wrangler.
Jesus Christ.
This guy needs to be fucking placed in special ed. Finna gonna be placed into special ed class. You know what I'm saying?
Finna gonna bow to, yeah.
Finna gonna go to special ed because this nigga don't know how to spell words or shit.
Shit.
That
Oh,
moment.
fuck, I just
Yeah,
got
I'm
my-
trying to find the context of this line because this is god awful. All right, I found it. Well, let me tell you something. You might got more cash than me, but you ain't got the skills to eat a nigga's ass like me. And if you really want to show off, we can get it on live in front of the cameras on your own sitcom. I'll let you kick a verse. Fuck it. I'll let you kick 'em all. I'll even wait for the studio audience to applaud. Now watch me rip the tap from your arm, kick you in the groin, stick you for your Vanguard Award, in front of your mom, your first, second, and third born. Make your wife get on the horn, call Minister Farrakhan. What the fuck? Like, all of this is bad. I can't even continue. This is all bad.
I can't understand whether he was high when he wrote this, or this is exactly... Like, I've been told that if you smoke marijuana at a young age, like, near my age, if you, like, smoke it, your brain doesn't, like,
Your
produce
brain
as many
doesn't fully
brain
develop. It's like drinking alcohol too early.
It makes you retarded.
Yeah, basically.
Essentially, yeah.
Hence why I hate children.
Well, I'm not a child technically, so...
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, legally, yes.
If anyone
but-
sleeping with you is statutory rape, you're a child.
No, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you're not 21, you're
yeah,
a fucking child.
technically.
Ah, shit, I'm a
Yeah.
year away.
Essentially.
Shut up,
Because in
baby.
America...
Year late. Masturbate.
If you can't own a handgun, you're a child.
Blicky
So
snippy.
Canadians, Europeans are all children.
Can I produce a child? Yes, but am I a child? Yes.
But you can't even see me drop it. You bust out like a drop. Like, how am I gonna knock a
can.
bitch out?
Jesus. Oh, he also
I mean,
name dropped Comet and
yeah.
Ice Cube. Fuck it. Cause like Comet and Cube, I see the bitch in you. And I'ma make the world see it too, motherfucker. And he had Mike Tyson. He had Mike Tyson on this song. No. Mike
No
Tyson
fucking
is
way.
here. And Mike Tyson's rapping.
Oh,
No.
Mike Tyson.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So,
Yo, Cannabis man, you moving like Mike Tyson Jr. Man, you in and out, and you're agile with your flow, man. But dig right, you got to eat, man. That's your name, Cannabis. Your whole agenda is to eat these niggas, man. That have no business to be in
hold
the
on,
same
guys.
stage with you, holding the mic with you. But dig right. Hey, Mike Tyson here speaking, or Cannabis man over here. Yo, Cannabis, you main objective out here is to do nothing but eat MCs for lunch, breakfast, dinner. That's your agenda, baby. Your agenda is to consume them. What? How much did he pay for Mike Tyson to be here? Mike Tyson like just
A
walked
lot.
in.
A lot of money, probably.
The only
Mike
comment
Tyson is
here
not
is
cheap.
Cannabis murdered LL Cool J. I don't know what the fuck you listened to, nigga. He did not.
Rents, you're not black enough to understand it.
It's fucking
I am not black, so yes.
the
Your
hottest
melon
of
levels are
garbage.
Far too low.
Yeah, they are. I should probably go out in the sun more often and listen to more cultured stuff, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta
it's
listen
probably
to
rock
the
and roll
hottest
stuff.
album out there, Can I Bus?
It's Pink Guy by Filthy Frank, actually.
Oh yeah, Pink Guy
Can
was
I
nice,
Bus?
actually.
Jesus, this was released in 1998. No wonder no one knows who the
Yeah.
fuck Cannabis is.
No wonder it was such shit.
1998, boys.
This is the age where people were like, lyrical miracle, but I spiritually rhyme. Spit that fucking shit up
I
down
was
on
4
my
years
grind.
old, and I
Can't
was
handle
probably
me
drunk
when I
enough.
spit the fucking flow. Holding it down for the lakes and the snow. Ripping on the track and spit and all the heat. Even when I rhyme,
That was
the
when my older
context is
brother
what I
was
speak.
7. So, oh god.
Poet look great. Why does Cannabis has like 3 albums and shit? What the fuck? He released music after
Probably
this
only has
fiasco?
like 5 views on YouTube.
I imagine his LL Cool J has a lot because people don't like LL Cool J.
I don't like any black people.
Okay.
Would you consider Tech 9 black though?
I don't like Tech 9. Everybody was like being white people and digging Tech 9 high school, and I'm just like, yeah, it's not my thing.
So, like, one time I was like, hey man, have you listened to Tech 9 before? I haven't really listened to it, but people were like, fucking Tech 9? He's fucking terrible. You listen to that garbage? And I was just like, nigga, I just asked you if you listened to him. I literally, what the hell is, like, people hated Tech 9 so much that mentioning him is like you tainted yourself. I was like, what the fuck?
It's like a trigger. It's like a trigger warning, you know what I'm saying? Finna gonna scream autistically if I hear the goddamn word Tech 9. Like if I'll fucking go fucking.
I remember when people thought
whatever.
Tech 9 was cool. I'm like, and Death Grips is the new Tech 9. People think it's
Who
cool.
the hell is
It's
Death
disgusting.
Grips?
Some black guy. I don't know.
There's a band. There's two other people. He's just a rapper in it.
No,
But-
it's not. There's no such thing as a good black person.
The fucking Tech
Okay.
9's like Red Nose song is him rapping about like no one liking him and being ostracized in the music industry. It's like I'm feeling like a red nose. I'm feeling like a red nose. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Your voice is too gravelly for this sad ass song.
Of course you're ostracized. You fucking are terrible. I mean, I should say that to him.
He'd probably just shoot you.
Remember the old days of Nate Dogg and Warren G?
It's like,
Who the hell is
gonna
Nate
ride
Dogg?
it up on a G.
Finally, somebody who knows. It's somebody who's a real nigga.
I have never heard of this dude.
You've never wait.
Who the fuck is Nate Dogg?
You've never heard of Nate Dogg? Before Auto-Tune, there was only Nate Dogg.
Yeah, there was old Nate Dogg.
I was
and Warren G.
nicknamed him for some reason.
I don't know who Warren G is. Did Nate Dogg make any like songs on the radio? That were
Yes.
for,
Song about
Regularly is Warren G's hit song. He has other ones, so
Yeah.
it's Regulators.
Yo, nigga, it's me, Tech 9, and I'm gonna lay down a very, very pseudo-intellectual song.
That's not even what he does. He was just fucking like rapping about being sad. It was before like emo rap was a thing.
Sad
So like the only
Yeah,
like you
nigga,
couldn't portray
hour.
yourself as a pussy. So even when he rapped about being sad, it was just like this weird, uncomfortable mix. It's like I got my face painted, Grace ate it. That black dude looking like he got white tattoo. People thinking that he way tainted by evil. Treat you like fecal. Wanna beef with you when they meet you. Oh, people perceive you to be lethal when you ain't seen through like tissue. I feel the industry giving me a vivid stupidity when I distribute these fictitious sissies. Oh hell no, I can't do this shit. Fucking Tech 9 come from the school of Eminem rap, but it's like lyrical miracle fit. Like oh hell no, I can't. No.
I'm rapping really fast because nobody can say what I'm saying because I'm a white guy. Nobody cares what I'm saying because I'm a white guy. Black guys rap. Black guys don't rap. Oh.
Like, I was just like, oh no, I can't do this.
It's like it's
Like their
so
lyrics
bad
aren't
that
meant
no one...
to be said slowly. So when you like actually read the shit, it's just like, I'm not feeling this.
That's the problem with Eminem for me personally, because he's too fucking fast for me.
Well, Eminem and his
Sonic the
older stuff
Hedgehog.
wasn't that fast. Like
No,
brain
it wasn't. Not
damage.
till Rap God, right?
Yeah. Because Eminem could, everyone knew Eminem could rap fast. That wasn't like, no one was like, oh, you're not a good rapper because you can't rap fast, Eminem. No one said that. That's retarded.
No, I already said you're not a real rapper, Eminem. You're just white.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, it was you're white, you can't be a rapper, and he goes rapper do whatever do rapper or something.
That is terrible.
He's
And then-
subconsciously doing this.
oh my
to
Orange
prove
door
him.
hands. It's like, orange door hands has a stick my dick forehead.
Guys, verbatim, I can't rap. I'm not.
And in a literature sense, he's correct. You don't have to rhyme the last part of a word to rhyme it.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
mean,
just-
like, there's,
that's
what's it
just
called? Front end rhymes.
yeah.
and-
Rhyming always has like there's other ways to rhyme. Also, I think that
Well,
has-
I mean, he uses the basic rhyming scheme. That's why.
But yeah, Eminem does.
I heard that he like studied the thesaurus or something like that.
No, he read the dictionary as a child, so he could rap better, so he would have more words to rhyme with. But what ends up happening is he creates word salad lyrics, where it's just like anti-disestablishmentarianism come on the track with a fun affection, they'll come on the so ho. Like no one knows what the fuck he's talking about because he's just using big ass words to add more rhymes. Like Eminem raps like he's trying to get a combo breaker and Rockstar, but instead of fucking notes, yeah,
It's true. It looks like he.
but instead of notes, he has rhymes.
Brent, can we have like a Patreon or some kind of Kickstarter for like a rap RPG? And the better your vocabulary, the better the rap are.
No. No,
Oh yeah,
I want
the new Soul
I want a
Calibur looks
fucking
great.
RPG about
fucking
me.
Same dude.
Yo, they have that boy
Okay.
Maxi.
Oh yeah, Maxie. Oh fuck, man, I'm so fucking mad they took out what's her name, the girl with the circle blade thing. I'm trying to think of her
Oh
name.
no, Tira not confirmed.
Oh, she did. Oh, nice.
She did. Because as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I'm about to fucking abuse people as Tira.
Abuse people. Jesus
Tira
Christ,
is
that you
fucking
really
cheese.
emphasized abuse in that fucking
Because,
sentence.
like,
Sorry.
The only person I say that you could abuse, like, is more abusive than Tira is Sophia.
Yeah.
It's that goddamn. This is retarded fast. I love it.
Or Darth Vader in the game he came out in. Darth Vader was
Because
Darth
he literally
Vader was
got hyper
canceled.
armor
Yeah.
from everything.
he
Yeah.
fucking would grab you and pick you up, and then his throw is he picked you up over his head and then turned around and threw you off. It was just like it was a cancer.
Brent,
Yeah.
Brent, I didn't have Darth Vader. All I got was like the Apprentice. I don't think I got that far.
The
And
only
it was
person
still-
worse than him was Ezio because everything Ezio much damage, and he was
I
so
always-
fast. It was
Yeah.
I hate Ezio. He's clearly like
I
some
like
kind of like
Corvo
product
Kana
placement.
better.
He's clearly given a buff or something. It's so annoying.
Yeah. My sister always played as Voldo because he like fucked with people and he was creepy as hell. It was
Right.
What are you guys
Oh,
talking
really?
about?
Soul Calibur.
SoCal?
If you're if you're like an actual good player, Voldo is SS
He's crazy
tier.
good.
He is so
Oh, guys, I'll be back in a bit.
Especially-
I have to go to the store.
Alright,
Especially in
bye.
Soul Calibur 2.
I heard you like high and low stances. How about I have 19 different stances?
Especially in Soul Calibur 2.
Fucking what? Yoshimitsu. Like Yoshimitsu
Yo-
wishes he could
Oh,
be
my
like
fucking
Voldo.
mic is working. Jesus Christ.
Yes,
Yoshimitsu
nigga,
and
you
Mito
loud as
Ruby
hell.
are the cheap characters.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not good at the game, or if you really need to win, that's who you pick.
Fuck. Who?
I just picked Maxi and Shankwao.
Yeah. Who's that one nigga from Tekken? The one Eddie. Like Eddie's the character everyone who's bad at playing. Like he's like the only black person you're allowed to hate. Fucking that was like Eddie
Okay,
was
what?
cancer.
Like,
What?
If you're gonna
Uh.
put him into Soul Calibur terms, he'd be fucking Nightmare with his fucking slow ass hyper armor, super reach, fucking everything's a grab move.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my God.
like people used to say Kane was broken, and I was like, have you met Eddie? Eddie, like, let me introduce you to Eddie, the most broken character
I'm
ever.
sorry,
in
you guys
Tekken
are
3.
talking in a foreign language to me. I have no fucking clue what Soul Calibur is about, and so
It's
I'm
a fi-
basically
it's a
having my
fighter.
mind fucked.
Yeah, it's a fighting game.
Oh, nice,
It's
cool.
it's
the only
better
fighting
than
game.
Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, in my opinion, just because the
Oh,
mechanics
hands-
are better.
Yeah,
Hands
I
down,
always,
it's better than Mortal Kombat.
yeah, I always
I
thought
might
the armor
also-
mechanic in Soul
Yeah,
Calibur like actually mattered a little bit in comparison
Yeah,
to
I
other
feel like-
games.
Counters are a lot smoother in Soul Calibur. I feel like when I'm getting
Yeah.
my ass beat, I still feel like I could pull off a counter. Like, you know, in Mortal Kombat, you just have to wait for them to stop juggling you.
Yeah, that's one thing I hated
Mortal
because people.
Kombat has, well,
Go ahead.
to me, NetherRealm Studios games like Mortal Kombat and Injustice have very stiff systems.
Yeah.
And,
It's very
like,
funky, I think.
yeah,
But
especially the
that's more of a
movement.
button masher.
Yo, I agree on
that's
all
more
those
button
things.
mashing than actual.
I'll be back.
I fucking hate how people complain about the way Ivy looks every time a new Soul Calibur's coming out. It's like, shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. That's the way she looks. She's looked like that for years. It's like just shut the fuck up. It's not like stop. She's an established character. She's not brand new. Shut the fuck up.
You know who I really liked? Hilda.
Oh yeah, Hilda. Fucking. She's the one with the shield and the sword, right?
No, that's a. Yeah, Hilda's the one with the dagger and spear.
Oh yeah, with the armor.
Oh
and
my
shit.
god. Yeah, that's so. Oh, I used to get down with some Hilda just because it's like, oh, they want to back off and try to spam range attacks. Have a spear to the face. Oh, they want to try to get in and combo you. Have fastest fucking face.
Fucking man.
Yeah, I
used
used
to play.
Maxi.
Oh yeah, Maxie was my favorite as a little kid. I used to call him
Yeah.
Jackie Chan because I didn't
That's
know
what I called
his
it.
name.
Yeah, fucking Maxi. If you could get, if you fight somebody who like mains Maxi, like the time.
His noises are great.
I always like
His
crawl
range is
inside
technically
people's assholes when I fucking play as Maxie because people are just like, oh, he's only really close range, and as soon as you fuck up and you let him get close to you, you're just fucking done. Like you just tear them
wombo
apart.
combo, you're done.
Yeah, he's pretty much the Falcon of Soul Calibur.
He is. I fucking hate him.
I used to play as Lizardman, but Lizardman's fucking hard to play if you don't know how.
Oh yeah, they call him Aeon. Yeah. He hits really fucking hard. He's a very good counter character if you can space correctly because he hits hard like a fucking truck.
Yeah.
Fucking Vanilla Ghost House. I mean, fuck. I hate Vanilla Ghost House in Super Mario World. I'm playing it right now.
What the
I
hell
fucking
is
hate it.
Vanilla Ghost House?
Super Mario Bros. World.
You mean Super Mario World?
It's not even hard. What are you lying about?
You don't.
You just run, boy.
Yeah, you just run and jump.
No, Mario's a platformer. This doesn't involve running.
What?
Yeah,
You just go. You don't. You
just run and
stop.
jump.
That's how you beat all the fucking ghost houses.
Oh, that shit. I don't like. I never owned a Nintendo console, so I was like, "What the fuck is that?" It's like, oh, oh, okay.
Yeah, you
Not
just
even a
fucking
Wii?
book it. Nobody bought a Wii.
What the fuck? There's a
Yet
wiki
everyone
how.
did.
There's a
Wow.
fucking wiki how on how to play that level. I'm fucking done.
You're upsetting my Wii right now.
So like I
Dude,
tried to
Wii
get
had
a
stellar
Wii,
games
like
on
it was
but
just
also
like
a shit ton of bad ones.
it was too
Uh,
expensive at the time.
I just hacked my Wii
All
to
my
get my
fucking
games.
friends had a Wii.
My friend had one, but we never used it to play Wii games. We just played GameCube controllers then and played fucking Turok Evolution.
Oh god, I remember
yeah.
that game. I fucking loved that shit.
I love that game.
It was my first
just-
game for my PS3, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? You got me Turok? Dad, what the fuck?" It was like, "You gonna
Dad.
play this game, and you gonna like it." And I played the shit out of it. It was great.
Back when guns were a hit scan and didn't have a maximum range.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like you're all the way across the map. Let me pump up my quad shotgun 4 times and one shot you across the map.
Yeah, people got upset about hit scan and fuck, what was it? That it was a newer game that had it. I'm like, bitch, do you not know how games used to be? Fuck off. It's like an old, fuck, I forgot what they call them now. Like, it's basically old school shooter or whatever the fuck. And people are like bitching about
Cool
this shit.
shooter. Actually, I had this story. So there's this school next to mine, and like some like really like weird person threatened to like essentially shoot it up, and like
Yeah.
everyone was scared from that day. And my parents took me out of school, but in reality, it was just some idiot who wanted to get out of a math test apparently, and he made a fucking gun threat.
Oh, that's sad. That's fucking sad.
I know.
That's
And the
not
funny
reasonable.
thing is, we were on this thing called a Code Yellow for the entire day, but I wasn't in it because my parents are like one of those fearful people. I'm like, oh, my son's gonna get fucking killed. So she took me out of school on that day, and all I did was just play on my fucking Xbox One.
They
on
just
that day.
assumed you'd help the shooter, so they didn't want you to become an accomplice.
I probably would. I probably would. I probably would have like held my arms up and say, "Hey, I'm with you, man."
Hey Einstein, I'm on your side.
Hey, Einstein, hand me my Glock. I want to shoot these normies. Oh, that song. Yeah, I was the one who fucking added it.
I was like, what the hell is that music coming from? Kill it. Kill it now.
It's by this guy called Asperger Raps, and he made a song about school shootings.
Oh, that's good.
Amazing. Yeah.
That's edgy.
School shooter!
Sipping
Everybody
on
hit the
gin
floor.
and
School
juice.
shooter! Everyone barricade the door. School shooter!
Oh man,
Is it a mental
that's
health
very
issue?
edgy.
School shooter! Just hope this
Out
bullet's
the
missed you.
edge.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah, it
feel
is
the
an edgy
shadows in my room.
I can
see all your
the
shadows in my
room that you left
You think
behind.
that's the love that I gave you?
The best thing is, I wish I would have, like... Guys,
Oh, I
don't
love
take
it.
this the wrong way, but I at least want to have an experience that's, like,
Yes,
near
you
school shooter, because I want to have that
goodbye to
experience.
me tonight.
That is not a good experience. What the hell? It reminds me of what's his name, David Hogg. He talked about the shooting happening, and the nigga wasn't even there. He wasn't even there, and he's like one of like the key figures for like school shootings and stuff. I was
I
like,
still see the shadows in my room.
Fall in love this time. Whoa.
I don't know what song you're singing right now. I don't know what's happening.
I still see the shadows in my room that you left behind.
My connection.
So, is Mr. Brightside by the Killers a white song, or do black people like that too?
No.
It could be any, actually.
I like
It's one of
Mr.
those-
Brightside. What are you guys talking about?
The Killers is a pretty broad band.
It's a very-
You know, it's not just like white people or
They're
black people.
great. What are you talking about, bro?
I
It's
love
like,
Killers.
well,
I grew up on that shit.
yeah, the Killers are
Yeah,
a
I
very
did too,
nostalgic
man.
band, regardless
I
of
love the
regardless
Killers.
of
Like,
skin color.
my brother sang a song for that to like press this girl in fucking 5th grade, and it was hilarious. Not 5th, first.
We did a cover for it during my freshman year of high school, down at the Santa Monica
Nice.
Pier.
We did Disney songs a lot in high school. I fucking love that shit.
Disney song.
Our guest, be our guest.
Our guest.
Put on
Service
service
to
to the
the
test.
Yeah, boy.
I remember like once I never watched Beauty and the Beast,
Yes.
so I barely know anything about the movie. Yeah, just for that song.
Movies.
I love.
Hunchback
I saw,
of
like,
Notre
live
Dame is
action.
like my favorite Disney movie.
Oh yeah.
I like
Oh, yeah, I
Hunchback
love
of Notre
Hunchback
Dame. I
of
watched
Notre
that. Actually, my favorite is my favorite is probably gotta be my favorite's gotta has to be fuck.
My favorite's Alice in Wonderland.
I always liked Alice in
We need
Wonderland.
to have musical night, so we're all gonna rabbit and watch musicals together.
Oh
We
yeah,
probably
good.
Oh,
could.
nice.
If like I was ever
Not Les
off
Mis,
a
though,
day
we have
that
3
ever,
hours to wait.
yeah.
Les Mis. Is it really
That's a
3
good
hours?
movie, but fuck yeah, it's over 3 hours.
Oh my god.
It's such a good movie.
Holy
but
fuck.
is it long?
You know what pisses me off? The new Alice in Wonderland movies just don't have the same
Yeah.
charm because it's so much CG.
Oh, like the ones with Tim Burton or
Yeah,
like
they
the
need
Mad Hatter.
like they need more practical
it's grittier.
effects.
Yeah,
It just-
it's too gritty.
It feels like it's
Yeah.
too like edgy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's, like,
Well,
it's
The
Tim Burton.
Edge.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
what's
it's
it
like,
called?
I can
Edge.
smell the hot topic from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? It needs to be like the Fae
I can
in
smell the
D&D.
shitty clothing.
Tim Burton needs to use that as inspiration instead, not this like gritty realism from
Not
Alice in
knocking Tim
Wonderland.
Burton or anything. I love Tim Burton, especially like Sweeney Todd and was like
Oh,
Nightmare
yeah,
Before Christmas. Those were fucking great movies.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
just like when you're trying to implement it on Alice in Wonderland, which is like a completely different theme and everything, it
Yeah.
really won't work out. Plus, I could smell
Coraline
all
was
the.
alright. So is Corpse Bride.
I
but
like Caroline.
really like
I
Corpse
like
Bride.
Caroline.
Coraline was alright.
I love Coraline, man. That shit's like another one of my childhood
Frank and
stories.
Winnie
I
is a
feel
pretty
like
good movie,
Coraline
too.
is like really underrated.
Yeah,
It
same.
is underrated.
I don't. I think it's rated exactly where it belongs. It's not as good as the others.
I feel like it's
I think
better
Frank and
than
Winnie
Corpse
was, like-
Bride. I just feel like that towards the end of it they just rushed it because like towards the end like
Yeah.
everything just kind of starts like fixing itself pretty much, and Coraline just
Yeah.
kind of runs away.
Like they got bored of making the movie.
It's like Norm of the North. where the fucking movie just ends itself. It's just like Dan
Oh,
Schneider
yeah.
in Norman the North. The problem solves
Oh
itself.
God, I remember that. I remember that movie. Oh fuck me.
What's it called? Alpha and Omega. That is also a similar
was
movie.
awful.
That is
Oh
also
yeah, that
bad.
already had a ton of sequels.
It has seven
Yeah,
sequels.
the sequels were bad.
Sequels.
Yeah, like Jesus.
It's so gross.
Like,
They
I
were all
Was
didn't
it
even
that
know there was more than
popular
one.
enough to have that many?
There's a lot of furry fan fiction of it. That's probably not
Yeah.
that funny.
I guess so.
Just furry spangle.
Furry fan fiction in Norm of the North. No fucking way.
No, I'm talking about
There is-
Alpha and Omega. There might be some of Norm of the North, but dear God, why? Dan Schneider in your favorite
Well, like, I think
fanfiction.
even furries have
They
have
have
standards there.
No, furries do not have standards. I'm sorry to say that, but
Oh, true.
Have you ever smelled a fursuit? They don't have standards. They don't have hygiene.
Oh,
they have nothing.
jeez.
sacrifice animals.
Question is, how do you know what a fursuit smells like?
We have them in the military. We use them for targeting.
Oh, like he was like a mascot, like at his high school.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. It was a phase, Mom. I swear.
Good saved him.
Yeah.
Fursuit love
Once
Nice
you go
save.
furry, you'll never
Yeah.
get it back.
Dev
in a
coming with the
hurry.
save.
Yeah.
Saving Berber's
Yeah.
reputation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shut up, Dev.
Berber. Oh.
No, you.
I gotta say, I was a weeaboo. Like, in my really big, I actually
No,
did
you're-
this with first surgery. I was a weeaboo at one point. And I like begged my
Wait.
parents, like, can we go to Japan, Mom and Dad? In all honesty, I said it was because of the culture, but in reality, I had this sick, twisted fantasy of having a Japanese girlfriend who followed me around and like did the anime teehee kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's
gosh.
epic.
And then you
No,
And I
that's
know it
between-
never
then you
happened.
marry
Asian women are
became
terrible.
liberal.
Japan
Never
sucks,
again.
and your parents don't love you.
That's only me.
fucking
That's only
hate it.
between me and
Never
Dev.
again will I ever
Yeah,
date any
yeah.
of these fucking females. You know what I'm saying?
Why is there so many furries in the military? There was
Oh,
three fur-
jeez.
There's 3 furries on my boat, and one had a
Really?
giant.
No.
Yeah, they had a giant raccoon like cat girl thing tattooed on his back.
Oh, no.
And it was just like,
Oh.
yeah, man, I'm a furry. I'm also a Wiccan. I was like, why are you like the 2 worst things at the same time?
Why are you like this?
Should be like
And,
9 years old.
and he
Why
was
are
like-
they
he was
in the
like-
military?
This motherfucker was an
What are
E6.
furries doing in the military?
Well, no one cares what you do outside of work. It's just when you talk about it at work with people that can't escape you. Like, I'm on a fucking
Yeah,
submarine underwater. I can't leave.
With a
I
bunch
just
of
have to listen to
furries.
it.
Yeah.
There's
We
all-
didn't have that problem. The only problem we had was everybody was alcoholics to the point to where like they literally needed to be resuscitated.
We had that problem only when we pulled into port, and dear God, like we had so many people show up to drunk to duty. Other people
Yeah.
who weren't drinking got in trouble for letting those people drink. That's what pissed me off. They're
That's a
trying-
nice limo you have there. It'd be ashamed if someone had an alcohol-related incident.
Oh yeah, and our command just went like, "There's no alcohol-related incidences as long as you don't beat anyone or you don't get caught by the police." So
we got a new
yeah.
sergeant major in, so he was straight up like, "Fuck everyone."
Oh, really?
He's like, "Oh, you blew like a .0001 at fucking Formation Monday? Fucking NJP."
Dear
Oh,
God.
ouch.
Yeah, he was a fucking faggot. Oh God.
Yeah, I fucking
I
hate that
imagine
shit.
he was. I imagine he was. I can imagine. I plan on going into the military because I'm a little afraid because my parents aren't the richest people and I want to go to college. So I might join the military. So
Join the fucking
what?
Coast Guard or the Air Force.
Yeah, the Coast Guard or the Air Force is really good,
yeah.
like for
I was
like, the
planning on
most
joining
basic
Coast
bitch ass
Guards.
jobs. But if you do pick the Navy, you could be a yeoman or a fucking LS, and you basically do nothing but
Corpsman.
paperwork. Or a corpsman. Corpsman also works.
Corpsmen are the only sailors I respect.
Well, damn, Berber, tell me how you really feel.
What even did you do? What even was your job?
I was a mechanic on a submarine. So I was a fire control technician, and they force converted me due to security issues to mechanic.
Oh, what a
Quote-unquote.
coincidence! I was a fire support man.
They just thought that they saw that black guy in Call of Duty World War II and thought, hey, this guy's just like him.
No, it's because my dad's from Nigeria, and he has a whole bunch of baby mamas he doesn't pay child support for. So, the logical thing to do is to punish me, because clearly that'll make things better.
Yeah, that'll fuck up, dude. Your credit score can fuck up your security clearance. We had a staff
Becoming a-
PTO leave because their credit was so bad, they lost their TS clearance.
Yeah. So what ended up happening
Don't you
is
do,
like
like,
I'm on this
communication
submarine. So I was a mechanic, but I also had to work with the LSs because I was good at paperwork and computers. So I just did that for all the mechanical divisions, and I got raped because I was fucking. I basically worked for like 4 different divisions, and I had like 5 different chiefs telling me what to do and what they needed constantly, and it was
Oh, shit,
god
dude.
awful.
I was working a fucking civilian job because we lost our a FATED's FSR, which is a $300,000 a year job,
Oh,
and they're
God.
like, "Hey, Corporal Brown, you're the most knowledgeable person on this, like in your MOS on this topic. Why don't you do it for the entire fucking MEF?"
Oh, what the fuck?
So they're like, "Yeah, here's a phone call from fucking Hawaii because they're having trouble." Like, yeah, I know it's 4 p.m. on a Saturday and you're drunk, but you better fucking figure it out there, Corporal.
Yeah, that's when fucking collateral duties like become some bullshit. where
Fuck
it's like-
collateral duties, dude.
They're just like, hey, I need you to come into work. Like, I would just stay after work when everybody left to do my shit because, like, throughout the day I had to do like normal mechanic shit because my job was already 16 hours a day.
Nigeria, huh?
What?
See, I was the opposite. I ended up never going to work, and I made them come find me. Because I'm like, if I'm working a $300,000 a year fucking job for fucking pennies, I'm not showing up to work unless you really need me. And so they would, my staff sergeant would literally come knocking on my fucking door if they needed something, and I just put silkies on and go to the shop with my fucking balls hanging out.
Yeah, I didn't have that option. Some fucking the Navy's like, you will show up to work and you will stay there with everyone until we tell you you can leave. Like the Navy will come, like the Navy will go, you are UA if you stay at your barracks. My connection died, so anyway.
Yeah, so did mine.
Yeah, same.
I think we crashed. Our anger at the military has crashed the fucking Discord.
It's like I'm getting fucking DDoSed.
Oh fuck! It's that fucking
Those
data because he wouldn't give me an IP
goddamn
address
Military people.
for an operation. He's DDoSing us.
No, but seriously, there are a lot
They're
of
fucking crashing the servers because they don't want to. They're afraid that you're gonna tell us some major deep secrets. You know what I'm saying?
No, I have to sign like
Shit.
7 documents saying that I won't tell anybody anything that I did. So I hypothetically might have killed people, but I didn't.
Dude, I signed so many confidentiality agreements, and I don't even know what the fuck I did.
Yeah, that's
Like, I
what
joined
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
Mustang too?
submarines. Is
Try
that-
being a fucking forward observer. Oh my god, they're like, you can't tell anybody what the explosion radius of this bomb is because it's classified secret.
It's like, how
Like,
the
who
fuck
fucking
would I know
cares?
that?
Well, that was my job
Oh yeah,
because you got to know what munitions to drop on what.
yeah.
Because you're not going to drop an armor-piercing incendiary shell on people because it's not going to do shit.
My
Unless it
fa-
hits one guy, then that guy's going to get fucked.
Yeah. My favorite is that Winston Churchill quote where they say is we should use chemical warfare on the natives to cause terror, and like people like take it out of context where it's just like we should use that on natives to cause terror because anything else we would do would just kill them all. So it's just scaring them away is better. So it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dumb motherfucker?
My favorite quote is from that fucking German the fucking SS officer in World War II, which translates roughly to we can't predict American tactics because Americans don't even know what they're doing. And I'm like, that is very
Essentially, yeah.
true.
It's like that is scarily
Americans are just these types of people who like think if I have a big gun means shoot better than enemy. I mean,
They're like, here's a
don't
rifle,
need
here's a
that.
Humvee, go that way.
you don't need Doc, you don't need commander doctrines when you can wave your dick in the wind saying we have the biggest army in the world.
No, we don't.
First
China
suitors
does.
have so many tutorials about their shit.
So I essentially know that the military is inept on a lot of things that they don't want you to know.
Like good troop welfare and morale.
I know that you're
Are there
sad
any,
for
like,
working
mutinies?
16 hours a day, but you're gonna have to work 20 hours a day to get this boat out to sea. I know it's not floating in water, but we need it to, like, float in water. So I know we don't have any money for anything you need to make it float in water, but you need to make it work. That was
Or
like my
in my
everyday.
case. In my case, they're like, hey, you know that operation that's coming up in 3 days? Yeah, so every unit in the MEF doesn't have their databases done, so you're going to have to work for a week straight with no sleep to make databases for all of them, and then you're going to have to find transportation, because you're not allowed to own a POV in Japan unless you're staff and CO, essentially. So you have to find transportation to drive around the island and give them, and then hope you got the Hawaii guys show up early enough to give
Where
them
were
their
you
shit.
stationed anyway? I know that.
Okinawa.
Okinawa.
Yep. Fuck that
Oh yeah,
place.
you mentioned it yesterday.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
fucking good old Japland.
Did you Did you have to deal with like weeaboos who were like, oh my god, we're in Japan?
No, because people think people have swords and wear kimonos in Japan don't last very long.
Yeah. People that are actual weaves that get stationed in Japan, they get kicked out of the military really fast. Because they tend to be shit at their jobs.
Fuck, don't get me started.
Or just fucking useless in general.
So I'd imagine that in Okinawa they don't wear traditional dress because it's fucking always hot there apparently.
No one
right?
in Japan wears traditional dress.
No one wears that shit unless it's a special occasion.
If it's a wedding or a funeral, that is it.
I mean, I don't wear a fucking yarmulke and a fucking goddamn thing every day because yes, I am of Jewish descent.
He's a Jew,
I should my
Oh, I smelled
last name
something
is like
burning.
super Jewish sounding, so
Shut up,
my
Goldberg.
last name No, it's essentially my
tell us
last
about your Jewish heritage. No one cares.
Oy vey goyim.
I don't know. Because my
Just stop.
dad
You
is
told us like
right.
4 times.
Let's compare foreskins.
I don't know. I want my foreskin. I wish I was not fucking circumcised. I wish I had my foreskin back.
Circumcision
Hey,
is terrible.
boys.
And sex feels
It
way better
is.
when you're not.
It's useless. It's a useless fucking procedure.
Yeah, like where the hell are you
Maybe in
supposed to keep your
fucking-
change at?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How,
yeah,
how am I gonna keep my thumb,
yeah,
dude?
yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, like they talk about
I like
cleanliness,
when it's
but
like
in
I'm trying to
reality,
make something
they
and
only
you
do
run
it
cheese.
because, I got a
Like-
conspiracy theory.
Like
Jews
real
made
talk.
circumcision widespread after World War II to get back at us for killing 6 million.
No,
of them.
that's not what happened. Dr. Kellogg's from the Kellogg's cereal was against masturbation, and he said as Kellogg's cereal stops people from masturbating, also circumcise your kids. And then it became widespread because Dr. Kellogg's is literally insane, but he had a really good business model for that fucking cereal, so now it's a thing.
Real talk. Why do women have purses when they have like internal storage and they don't use?
Yeah, why don't you?
I don't know.
Dev, why don't you
Because,
use
Yeah,
it?
that's what I do.
because
Like,
when
I
someone
don't own a
asks for
purse.
change and they're an incel and they pull it out, they might get scared.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like I've seen some women put some really large, things up there. Like you tell me you can't fit a wallet and a cell phone up there, you're lying.
We call that the nature
Yeah.
pocket. Nature's pocket.
Yeah.
Women have 2 nature's pockets.
I only have 3.
So I've been told that I've been told that the area inside the vagina is roughly about how deep is it inside there?
Well,
6
it
to 7
depends on
inches,
the
supposedly.
yeah. It depends on the person and it expands. So normally it could be like 4 inches in, and then it expands out to accommodate penis or babies.
I guess. Well, that's a cervix. That's completely different.
Oh yeah, true. I was talking about like
Mm.
when you like goes all the way through.
Oh yeah,
I
it
mean,
stretches really
I've
big.
never.
If
And
you've never
I've
fisted a chick, you don't
never,
understand how
ever
elastic
done
vaginas
anything.
are.
We know that, Blue
Sure.
Bill.
You don't even have a PP
Well,
yet, Blue Bill. Shut up.
Yeah, I just retroactively don't have a dick.
It's not retroactive. You just don't.
No,
Retroactive?
I
What the fuck?
It's a little tic tac.
His
a
penis,
little
like
water balloon.
his penis went back in time to undo itself retroactively.
His
Guys,
pita
I
just
bought
went
ice cream
inside.
yesterday and forgot to eat it, so I have ice cream today. It was a good day.
Why is there so many furries in the military? Like this whole forum of furries in the military is just real. Also, they have a term. They're called Milfurs.
Are they really called that?
Yes.
What?
What?
That's fucking hilarious, dude. Milfers? That
This sounds like
that sounds a lot more arousing than it is.
Yeah.
Wait, why do they have like all their statuses? It's like, why is there so many Japanese ones? Fucking Alexander Bell, Ben
The
Owens,
nukes did nothing.
furry name or handle.
When I hear
Paramount
Milfers-
Forza, U.S. Marine Corps, USA. To see what this, they're confirming whether or not they died in action. Jesus Christ, who the fuck is running this?
I'm just imagining like a fat. I'm just imagining a fat guy with like a.
He
in
is
a
not
fursuit.
fat at
You
all.
have to be. You gotta be.
Of course
You gotta
not.
be physically
Military.
fit to be in the
Bro,
military.
he's-
I know.
Like,
he's-
just imagine like
he's in the fucking Marines and he, like,
cat ears.
Yeah, he wears his fursuit with his fucking shit all
How?
outside of it. And
How?
I'm just like,
How?
that
Like,
is.
we got shit for playing just playing Dungeons and Dragons or Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever nerd shit we did. Like, if there was a furry in my unit, we literally would have skinned him alive and wore his skin as a fursuit.
Bro, this man had he's like decorated too. Well, he's not decorated, but like he's the
Well, is the military
he was
a
honored
punishment?
at the Marine Corps Ball in 2005 as the youngest Marine at 17 years old.
That's
And,
always the thing. There's always
yeah.
youngest and oldest.
Yeah, and then
That's a
he
Marine
got the
Corps Ball
rank of corporal. He earned
Corporals.
really a good conduct. Okay, sea servers are.
That's what mine
yeah.
says. Nay, I'm so above good conduct. Get fucked.
Yeah, just like it's like, oh,
I
he
got
got
the
a
Oki
good
Boos
conduct.
I just gotta say, if Onision could be in the military, then hell.
Odysseus was
and then
barely in the
fucking I could-
military. He got kicked out like immediately after schooling.
Oh yeah, that's right, because he's a faggot.
No, he complained too much and no one liked him, so they kicked him out. Like he was
Wish I
like
got
he
kicked out for
complained
that.
so much that he got kicked out of the military, a place where people normally complain all the time.
Complain about literally everything because everything sucks.
We had like this girl who's like a super feminist that who was new to the command, and like we had to do qualifications and stuff. And I'm like, I'm pretty relaxed and everything, and I don't do like hard qualification like interviews and shit like that. So I
I thought
almost made
feminists hated the military.
no. So anyway, she was like starting to cry because she didn't know shit. And I was like asking her the shit, and she was like the thing by the thing over by the other thing. And I was like, you need to tell me what those things are. And she's like, well, I can't. I was like, oh my fucking god. And she's like breaking down crying, and like a bunch of chiefs and shit just walk in, and there's just this skinny white girl crying, and I was just like, what do I do? And
I'm a fucking teenager, and I could do better than this. What 19, 20
she was
something year
19.
old girl.
But like
Oh,
my
fucker.
chief just
I'm
started
younger than this
shitting
bitch,
all
I could
over
probably do
her.
better than
He
the
just
goddamn
started
military.
making fun of her in front of everyone. And I was just like, this is not how I expected this to go. But
That's
okay.
exactly how it goes in the Marine Corps. We had a dude, so we were doing jungle warfare training, which is terrible. And there's a one-strand bridge, so you know you have to need
Yeah.
a wire across like a 300-foot chasm, and if you fall, you die. And fucking Villafinet was his name. Villafinet, I'm sorry, he was Spanish. He like got on the rope, got stuck halfway through, and started crying, like full on, like bawling.
Oh my
And like we shamed him to the point to where he just let go, and he was hanging by a seat, and fucking they just threw a rope at him and fucking got him around the neck like a dog and dragged him in.
Oh Jesus.
And he was just bawling the whole, like full grown man bawling the whole time.
Damn, that's what the military does to people.
Little bitch, because he's scared of heights. I'm like, nigga, I fell out of a helicopter. still
I'm
doing
scared
that
of
shit.
heights. I just
climbed
close
like
my
a-
eyes and jump.
I just fucking go.
Or I
Can't
just
stop,
tell
won't
someone to
stop.
push me.
Like, I hate rappelling for the most part because I fall a lot when I rappel.
Oh god, I tried to do that
I'll still
once and I
fucking do
fucked
it.
my shit up.
Oh,
But
dude, I
in
fell
the
straight
Navy, they
down
don't
the
train.
cliff.
Yeah, they don't train
Oh,
you to work shit.
my first unit
Well,
literally
it's the
thought they were
Navy. You're
special
not going to be
special
in much
forces.
open warfare. You're going to be like in a submarine.
Well, obviously, but if they're gonna have me fucking rappel, they should fucking teach me how to do it instead of being like, "Hey guys, we're gonna get together and rappel for one time out of your 5-year career. Good luck."
Fucking, I hate rappelling, dude. Especially Aussie rappelling, where you rappel face down.
Oh yeah.
Oh my, it's fucking terrible.
Unless I'm smart, I'm not joining the military, which I already am smart, so I'm pretty sure I won't have to join the military, but it's a good experience either way.
Well,
It's not a good experience. It's a terrible experience.
yeah.
Oh.
Like
I
I
don't know
said,
anybody
if you
who's got
join
out
the
of the
Navy,
military.
be a yeoman. You do paperwork all day, and then you go
Shit, wait,
home.
Hold on. I got dinner to go eat, so,
Or be a doc,
Oh,
or
okay,
somehow
do you
get
wanna
into
talk to my
something
brother?
cool like PJs.
Yeah.
What?
Or be a
Say something in
CT
your
where you
mic.
translate Alu Akbar all day
Yeah.
My brother
Allah
just called me
Akbar.
gay.
and
Or
explode.
data, any data, because then you get out, you actually job.
Actually do some shit.
Yeah, like I did data's job because that was my specialty, and artillery
Hmm.
was digital. And since I didn't have the data qualification, I didn't get shit. But like the dudes I got out with are making like $400,000 a year now.
Oh god. Yeah, that's
like,
what
fuck
this
you
me
guys.
off. Like fire control technician, they fucked me, like taking me. So they took me out of that job and they removed all my qualifications. So I'm like, I have to argue for them all back, and they're like, nah, I mean you haven't had that much time in rate. And I'm like, I'm about to kill you. It's like you could be like a plumber now. It's like, bitch, I did what? A plumber? Fuck you.
And that's a good blue collar job.
Like I have the qualifications and everything, but I'm just like I'm not trying to be a plumber while I'm in college. I'm trying to do some shit that'll like at least be like $15 an hour while I'm in college. And I could like easily get a job at like Geek Squad or some bullshit.
Yeah, it's something easy.
Because I already worked that fucking opening and closer, like all types of shit like that. I already fucking worked like hardwood and all types of stuff.
Dude, just make meth.
That also works. Wait, people are what the fuck? This is the most retarded shit. Apparently, XXX was accused of using someone's death for publicity. I was like, isn't XXX dead? How do you use someone's death as publicity if you're already dead?
He's probably talking about. They're probably talking about
He used
Justin
his own
Flores.
death for publicity.
Yes.
Use your own death.
It's like I got shot so I could. But I'm just like, did he used to date Jocelyn Flores or some shit?
No, she was his best friend.
I mean, isn't she just some random bitch that died? Like, is she a musician?
No, she was just a fan.
Then what the fuck? Like, he made a song with a fan's name in it. Shouldn't they like that? I don't understand.
Hey, I'm back. What's up?
Hi.
Hi. So, do you have like a lot of people who join the military just because they can't go to college because they're too stupid?
That's 90% of people who join. It's not because they're too stupid. It's because it's stupid expensive.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to be like a
Yeah.
doctor or something, where you're going to be in school for 12 years.
And be a
Or if
be
you
a
have
combat
kids and you
medic or
try to
something.
send your kids to college and you can't afford it, so you join the military, you give them your GI Bill.
But you have to be in for 10 years for that. Hence why people stay in.
Because at the very least, if you join at like 25 or some shit, you get out at like 20 years. Your kid's like fucking 20 or however old they are. Like they already have college and shit set up and they're all good and you're retired, so you're well, quote unquote retard, you still don't get fucking enough money. Well, at least in the Navy, you don't get that much money. I don't know about like 20 years in as a Marine.
Pay is the same across all branches.
Oh god, that's fucking rough.
Which is why Marine Corps. That's why Marines are so mad all the time.
Jeez. Because I get paid like I don't know. I get paid more than most people in the Marines. And it's like, this is fucking awkward.
That's actually why I didn't get promoted to sergeant, even though I could have for the last like 8 months when I was in the Marine Corps. Is because since I was the most senior corporal, I actually made more money.
Isn't it like illegal to say how much money you're paid?
No, it's public knowledge.
No, it's public knowledge. You can Google the pay chart.
How much are you paid? Like 60,000 or 50,000?
What the fuck? No.
How much are you paid a year?
Depends on your rank.
It depends on your rank, time in the Navy, a whole bunch
time
of
in
shit.
service, time in grade. Yeah. Well, for the Marine Corps, it's rank, time in service, time in grade.
Yeah.
Like I had a lot of time in grade, so I was getting paid more than most like first year sergeants. So I didn't get promoted because fuck it, I wanted the money.
I want to see the over 34 years of fucking E1 that apparently has a pay of 17,000 a year.
That fucking that salty ass private.
Faker.
It's like this motherfucker went to mass every year or something. Like, what the hell did he do?
Or that one fucking like master guns that got fucking like NJP down to private.
Faker.
We had a dude like that. He was a corporal, got NJP down to private, but he had a retarded big stack, and he had two stripes because he re-enlisted twice.
Oh god.
And so like he rolled up to the Marine Corps ball in his blues with his fucking 2 stripes and like 14 or 15 medals. And looks like there's like captain and shit like with like 1 stripe and like 4 medals, and he's just flexing on him as a private.
Oh god. When I was
And then dude, the last day he was in the Marine Corps before he got adcept, he went and bought captain bars and put them on and walked around as a captain for the day, which is highly fucking illegal.
Yes, it is.
And he was just making people salute him, and it was fucking great.
Oh,
He's like chewing out gunnies and shit.
why is your shit all fucked up? Oh, so someone went to mass for having their phone on the boat. So it wasn't only that. So he got caught with his phone with a bunch of other people with their phones. So they took the phones away. They were like looking over. It's like, oh, I wasn't looking at my phone. I was just listening to my headphones to nothing in silence. Which is the most retarded defense I've ever heard. Just fucking Jesus Christ.
Did they find hardcore hentai or something?
No. So basically, he went on the unclassed computers on the boat, and then he wiped his cell phone, and he basically factory reset it and everything while it was in security custody. So they took him to mast, and he just kept lying out his ass. So the XO was like, I don't want a piece of shit like you in the Navy anymore. So he just made E6, so they busted him all the way down to E1, and he had just gotten married, and he just re-enlisted, and he was at his 15-year mark. So he got his shit all the way fucked up. And I was like, sweet Jesus. So
we had an E6, a staff sergeant, bring a PSP up. A TSCI/secret. I was in the secret part because I wasn't allowed to have TSCI security clearance, even though they kept asking me to get it. And he brought a fucking PSP with Wi-Fi connection,
Dear God.
like a hotspot on it, in there. And they found him in the shitter playing it because he forgot to turn the sound up. Like he didn't plug his headphones all the way in.
So they
like,
just hear it.
Yeah, they could hear it. And the fucking who caught him was a fucking colonel.
Oh God.
Yeah, and then like the general, a 3-star general was there that day too, and they fucking fried that boy. Like he was a piece of shit anyway. He was like fucking admin or something.
You're good. That's why
fucking,
I don't bring my fucking phone anywhere. I just leave that shit in my car. Fuck that shit.
I never even had I was in Japan for 3 years. I did not have a cell phone. Ever.
Yeah. I had my
one because we don't call you back to work.
Yeah. I had a fucking cell phone in Guam in the Philippines. But that shit, like, at the very least, they offer that shit next to the boat. so I don't have to go that far. And in Guam, if you don't have a cell phone, you get left places, and they won't come and check for you. They will just take you to some place that's like 2 miles away, even though it's still a part of the base, where there's no fucking civilization. There's junkyards and shit, and they'll be like, "Oh, you just need to walk back." I had to take a fucking retrofitted golf cart from my boat to this hazmat center to drop off hazmat for logistics. And it's
Holy shit!
this
My
shit
brother
was
drew
driving
a
like
penis
5.
on a fucking goddamn wall. That's hilarious.
Nigga, what the fuck? Anyway, so I'm driving 10 miles an hour, which is not the speed limit, not even close. And I get pulled over every like fucking like 3 or 4 miles because they're like, "Where are you going? You know you can't drive that on the road." So eventually, I just start going fucking. I'm driving on the side of the road. I get pulled over again and just like, "You can't drive that on the side of the road. It's a motorized vehicle." And I just get to the point where fuck it. And I just kept going. I'm like just get pulled over left and right. I go on to, so the base is split in half for Guam. So I have to drive off the base, then drive like a mile to another base. They go on to that base, and they're just like, "I'm not sure if I can let you through." It's like, "Look here, bitch, you see all this fucking hazmat? It's a hazmat truck. Let me go into the goddamn place and drop off the fucking hazmat so I can go on deployment." And it's like, "Well, I'm not sure about this." I'm like, "God, sweet Jesus." And it's like, "I'm gonna have to contact your CL." And I was like, "Bitch, we're in the Navy. You know damn well my CO's not answering that call. You know damn well my CO don't give a fuck."
Oh my
I
god.
want to talk to your CO. Like, dude,
got a
I
funny
just went.
story.
I literally went and just took shots of whiskey with my fucking colonel
Guys.
yesterday. Like,
Yeah.
you really
Guys.
think he's gonna care that Corporal Brown didn't
Guys.
come to field day?
Yeah.
Like,
Guys, I got something funny to say.
What?
My brother drew a fucking 2-foot tall penis in his goddamn art class.
Oh, that's
Wow, that's
great.
funny.
That's great, dog.
Yeah.
That was epic.
Yeah, and he is, and oh my fucking god, like he might get
He
in
might
trouble.
get in mild trouble. Yeah, so this dude went from $3,700 a month all the way down to $1,600.
oof, 50% pay cut. Well, over 50%.
Yeah, god damn. That fuck. And
That would hurt.
Yeah. And also he has BAH, so that also gets cut down. Dear God, I
Yeah.
would have been like, "Oh hell no."
That was one of the good things in Oki was the COLA adjustment we got for because the yen and dollar difference.
Yeah.
We got paid a lot more. That was nice. I bought a lot of lap dances.
I remember in
where?
Guam where they're just like lap dances are just like that's just part of it. It's just like fuck it. You don't need to pay them.
Yeah.
This
Fuck. I visited the brothel there so much that the owner, like the pimp, knew who I was, and he would like offer me like special limited time offers for girls that aren't normally given to Americans. And like I didn't know how to feel about that.
it was limited one-time offer.
Every all
Limited
time.
one-time offer.
I'm like, okay, you don't have to fucking rub it in. I know. Fuck.
Limited one time offer.
He's like, oh, this one good.
This one good.
We actually,
Black boy.
we took leave on island because they would never let us go home in case they needed
Hey,
us. So we
whack
took leave on
boy.
island and we didn't shave and get our haircut, so you didn't look like military. We actually got into one of the whorehouses that they wouldn't let Americans into.
Nice.
It was like girls, because like 2 blocks away from the fucking red light district was a college, and like it was the girls, like 20-year-old girls who went to that college worked there, and it was fucking amazing. That was like the best hooker I ever had.
Yeah. That's the best thing about being black is it's like as long as you don't fucking like dress like you never like stepped outside before, they just assume you're a tourist.
Hey, what's up?
Oh hi.
Yeah, see, I was with the Spanish guy. Oh, hey.
It really sucks that I left on a freaking conversation about fighting games because I love fighting games. I would have been able to contribute.
Get ready for the next battle. At least
Yeah,
we
I
got
was
Blue
about to
Pill
say
talking about his
Maxi.
brother drawing penises.
Oh my god, I was just about to say Maxi from Soul Calibur has a pretty high cheat thing. I don't know. For me, whenever I play Maxi, you just press buttons and you win.
You hope for the best, yeah.
He's like Eddie Gordo, but with a little bit more skill.
Yeah, he's like, I'm Eddie Gordo, but with nunchuck.
No, the worst is Steve Fox because but what they call it, the Steve Fox enhancement system for Tekken. Because this motherfucker, like when this game slows down for the final hit, it is just like all you have to do is move. Like half of his button presses is him moving out the way.
Yeah, that's what I thought was amazing about him. I'm like, because as a kid, I was thinking like, well, it makes sense he's a boxer. But then as I got older, I realized this is actually bullshit. Because
broken as fuck, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, who needs kick buttons? Call them dodge buttons. Just press 2 buttons the entire time. I spammed it. I would just do the 2-finger thing like in an arcade, and just do like the two button thing.
Oh no, my favorite is the double like backwards juke. When he he steps, like he lunges back, and then he does it a second time, and then he uppercuts you. It's like there is no way in hell any boxer could do that. It's like you would have no leverage at all. It's like,
but it's the ultimate get you baited though.
Yeah.
In the 4th game, I would cheat and piss off my dad by playing Steve Fox and dodging shit, and then like do what was like that power punch where it's like a straight right hook.
Oh, you're talking about it's like the Giga Punch that Kangaroo does. I forget what it's called for Steve Fox.
No.
I remember he did
What the hell
was like
is Blue Pill yelling at his mom right now?
Oh my
Until
god.
you hear gunshots, don't be concerned.
He was funny. He was.
Steve Fox combos.
Just wait till he whips out the shotgun.
Fuck you, Bob. It's my gun now. Pow, pow, pow.
Man, like when
Just
Tekken
white
4
things.
was my shit as a kid.
White people problems.
I still have the game.
What they call it on Twitter? The Caucasian or some shit or something.
Called Casualty?
Yeah.
Oh, Caucasity.
Oh,
Yeah. That's what you're talking about. Oh, the Caucasity.
God.
When your son gets into your gun safe, but he's only in 3rd grade and he's not allowed to shoot up the school until 4th grade. Just a white thing.
Honestly, you know, if there are any like game developers in this server, please let me know, because I super want to make a fighting game in the same vein as like Tekken and Soul Calibur all at the same time.
Actually, fighting games are really hard.
That sounds like a really bad combination of things that are the same, but not different enough to be all put together at once.
No, I want to add other stuff too, like
Soul of the Iron Fist.
I was
Oh
gonna
my god! So when I was in Japan, I went to Akihabara, and we went to the Sega arcade, which is like 8 stories of arcade games and shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
And they had the floor with the fighting games, and they had a fighting game there that had like characters from like every popular anime in the last 20 years.
Oh yeah, I remember. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I can't remember what the fuck it's called.
There's Mugen. That's kind of like that.
It's kind of like Mugen, but it's not Mugen. It's like it's because it was like legitimate arcade games. You know.
Yeah, it was a studio that they teamed up with. Fuck, was it? It's not Atlas. It's not Arxis. It's a studio like Arxis.
Yeah,
like
because
a real.
Like I played my buddy. I played Shiro from Fate Stay Night, and he played. I want to say either Kirito or Asuna. I don't remember.
Oh wait, I know what you're talking
And
about.
I beat the ever living fuck out of him with fucking Shiro. Oh my god, is he fast? But it was so much fun, dude. Like, it's like, oh, you want to be fucking Goku? Go ahead.
Oh god, you know the worst thing is when you play money matches at like local places. And I did that in Guam, and it told me I had to fucking leave because. So I used to play fighting games competitively, and you know Guam is like a small ass island, so they don't get that much like traction for like GameStops. And I came in, I was just whooping everyone's ass, and it's like, sir, you're gonna have to step off this game. Other people want to play. It's like they can't play against me. I'm winning. Why are you stopping me from making my money?
Somebody picked that So I was playing that game, and then somebody sat down across from me, and they kept picking that white bitch from Dead Man Wonderland.
Oh yeah.
And
What?
she's like stupid.
Oh, Shiro,
has-
yeah.
Yeah, Shiro. She has like a stupid AOE that's like undodgeable, and so I just got tired of it because that's all he would spam. And I'm like, you know what? I'll go play somebody else. You know, like there's a whole bunch of dudes and chicks here playing. You know, one of them's probably near my skill level. You know, we can have a good match. And then it was a chick on the other side, and she like grabbed me and made me sit back down and play like 4 more games. When she finally played a different character because she didn't want me to leave.
Oh my god.
I felt threatened sexually.
Oh wow.
It's like, you're gonna play me, you're gonna like it.
I'm like, yes, ma'am. And I'm just crying in a suit because I bought a $700 suit because we were drunk as fuck and couldn't figure out what store we got it from to return it.
Oh, I was trying to fucking buy some clothes in Hawaii, and I was like, please, God, I need a place that doesn't sell Hawaiian shirts or some
yes.
bullshit. And they're just like, they finally find a place, and I get like the head only Yakuza style fucking like zoot suits. I was like, what? Now I'm just gonna look like a fucking failed rapper from the 90s or something. It's like,
Oh my god.
I look like I'm gonna sell you like burnt crack or something.
Burnt crack. Dang.
As opposed to raw crack?
No, like, you ever seen that Boondocks episode where he had like the burnt up like crack in a bag?
You know what?
I
You're
remember
right.
that one.
Excuse me, sir, but this
Okay.
crack is unsmokable.
I guess I just want to make like Tekken, but with like ultimate moves or whatever.
Well, I mean, they have ultimate moves now.
Oh yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
rage arts, I guess. People complain a
Do
lot
what?
about it, but I'm just like, if you're not ass, the rage art shouldn't just fuck you over that badly.
Like in Street Fighter, like everyone complains about Chun-Li's super because it's like 94 kicks plus an aerial kick. You can parry if you are ungodly good, you can parry every single hit of that super.
Yeah,
seen
especially
it happen.
now.
And he can't say
Man,
Yeah,
I'm
because he's muted.
Steve Fox has like
Yeah, he can't.
What are you talking about?
yeah. Steve Fox has like flickers in his combos. I'm looking at the command list.
No, I'm like,
what the
Dev,
fuck?
what are you laughing about?
I'm like, Blue Pill is muted. Like Nuggets. So they called him a conservator. And he can't say anything back.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Renz, did you mute him?
Yes, because he kept yelling in the background, and I don't want to hear someone.
Liberal.
It's like I don't want to hear white people domestic violence in the background. I'm just like, I don't know. It's like you need to mute your microphone when you start yelling at your family in the background. It's like,
Yeah, true.
it's like, I'm gonna need you to stop. It's like Reaper and his Mexican family. It's like, use push to talk, bro. I can't.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm dying.
Oh, okay. I get you. Also,
Well, I mean, it's
Brent-
better now, but before it was like we hurt your entire family for extended
And your
periods of
neighbors
time.
was weird. Yeah.
We can hear like
Yeah,
dogs
yeah,
and shit. I'm like, god damn.
Well, I
Oh,
try to mute myself because I live right next to train tracks. So like I try to mute that shit out. It's terrible. There's one
Yeah,
coming
because
right
you don't
now.
want to hear just like you getting run over
Here, I
on
won't
the
mute
train.
it. It's coming right now. I want y'all to hear it.
friends,
Yeah.
the move I was talking about was Steve Fox, where he fucking,
Ellie.
a hard right punch, a hard straight. That shit's called a stun gun.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That sounds like
I know.
that sounds like some shit someone actually would name their punch though.
It's bullshit too.
Bitch, I'm about to pull out this gun. This is the stun gun, son.
And in the animation, I now remember the opponent fucking staggers and goes, "What the fuck?" and in order to execute the move, it's the easiest shit. It's both square, triangle, and forward.
Nice. My favorite
like
is
super-
Kang when he Like, who is it? Someone like does like a jumping kick, and Kid can grab them out the air, like mid-air, and fucking like do the leg twist and drop them. It's amazing.
Oh my god, I love Tekken so goddamn much.
I do not like Tekken. It just didn't feel right.
I like the way the buttons are mapped out. That's just my only thing. For me, I just like how each button is assigned to a limb. That's my only thing.
I love that. I can understand why people don't like Tekken right now, considering like the new game has all this dumb like DLC shit going on. Like, it was one thing to have what's his face from King of Fighters, but then it's like when they add that one motherfucker from The Walking Dead, I'm like, why? Why not?
There's someone from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Who the fuck from The Walking Dead is in there? Oh, it's Negan. Why the fuck do you have Negan? Out of all the people,
I don't know.
Like they could have picked Norman Reedus' character. At least people like him, or Michonne. People like Michonne. What the fuck?
I don't know what's happening with Tekken right now, but
really Negan? They picked Negan.
I'm mad and upset. It's like
I found you, faker.
I hate it because it's like, why though? Why this character out of any of them?
They probably AMC probably paid the money.
Maybe. He probably was like, here's a character to use.
Let's play Despacito.
What is this, a Thotimus joke? But yeah, anyways.
How did I unblock Thotimus? I had him blocked. What the fuck?
He said, how did I unblock?
That's a different.
I had him blocked. Why is he unblocked?
No, that's a different Thotimus.
Yeah, that's Thotimus.
How do you feel about what's his face from Final Fantasy, from the new Final Fantasy being in Tekken?
I think it's
Which
fine.
one? Noctis?
Yeah, Noctis.
Oh, that'd be fucking terrible.
Well, he's in
I
there.
don't. I'm not entirely in favor of that decision, but it's not as bad as Walking Dead, nigga. You know.
They should have put Ryu from fucking Yakuza.
Yes, I agree. They should have. That's like the perfect fucking choice.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Plus, he has super moves in his fucking game.
Or that one nigga, fuck, what's his name? Shenmue. I don't like Shenmue, but he would have still been a better choice.
Yes, because he actually does kung fu and stuff. He does karate. Oh my god, that'd be funny.
I gotta get going. See you guys.
See ya.
It would have been a really interesting choice because he makes like
Listen here, friend.
he makes such hilarious dialogue without even trying. I beat her, but Now listen here, Peter. Around these parts, we don't take too kindly to misgendering.
I'll show you misgendering.
Stop being a liberal, Joe.
Wait, what the hell? Open Season has 4 movies? Why are all these shitty-ass movies getting so many sequels?
I don't know how.
Like, what the fuck? Who
first
did Open
movie was
Season
so
even
whatever, I
star?
don't know.
Maybe they're trying to do the thing that Land Before Time did and just have so many movies and hope they sell well.
Oh, it's Martin Lawrence. That's who it is.
No, there's 4. There's like a bunch. There's probably like 5 by now. And Open Season sucks.
Wait,
Like,
they
the
have
first movie,
a hit
whatever.
song featured in the movie? What the fuck?
Wait, what hit song?
Wild Life? What the fuck? I've never heard of this shit. By the Talking Heads.
I don't know. I remember that one scene where I think they got drunk or something and they went inside a convenience store and wrecked the place. I don't know. Open Season is such a nothing movie. It's like...
fuck his life.
So whatever.
Oh, Ashton Kutcher and Martin Lawrence. Those are the people they got. Wait, hold on. I want to see if they're in the sequels. Hold on. Because I feel like they didn't even get them for the sequels.
No.
Martin Lawrence was like, oh, I'm done. You got me for one movie. I'm done, nigga.
One movie. That's it. I don't care.
Everybody gets one.
What the
Oh,
hell?
yeah.
Kevin Smith said it was a good movie. Kevin Smith, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Who
Smith
went
has
to
been
Kevin
irrelevant
Smith
for
was
like fucking 5 years.
Oh yeah, Patrick Warburton fucking was in that movie. I remember he was Chad Deer.
what the
Chad Deer.
Yeah,
It's like,
he was.
oh yeah, the deer that was just like, oh yeah, I took your girl because you a bitch.
Yeah, basically.
Chad.
Smelly it. That's what he would say.
It's like, I don't smell. Wait, do I smell?
That's so stupid.
I'm sorry. Fuck. They said there's 4 movies. I can't even find anything about open season film series. There we go. Wait.
There's
Open
Open
season
season
2,
Halloween.
Open season 3, open season scared. They have a Halloween movie too, nigga.
Yeah, but that one sucks and it has literally no purpose, just like the other one.
Hold on, I'm trying to see. Was what? Hold on, let me see. Yep. See, they got bootleg Martin Lawrence. Yeah, they got the bootleg Martin Lawrence, Mike Epps, and then the bootleg Ashton Kutcher, Joel McHale.
Guys, would you much rather have a movie about a deer who gets revenge on a hunter, or would you rather watch Open Season?
Oof.
I'd
Bambi.
rather watch Austin Powers.
I feel like that'd be an interesting kind of premise. Like a deer's like a hunter kills a deer's dad, and he goes, "No, I must
kill you,
avenge
dude.
it." And
I
then
feel like that'd be wacky. If it's rated R, I would watch it.
yes,
It's
and then he found out he has no purpose, and then he fucking he lost. in the
now
woods.
we know why Joel McHale's an actor. He has a bachelor's degree in history.
Here's ruins his life. He like his mom or some shit.
Rex and Cub.
Hey, cuz.
Hey, homie! Oh shit, she's back.
She's here.
Oh no, Cub, you found the meme.
Oh no.
She's
What's
fucking
that?
creepy.
Delete.
What is it?
Oh god, no! Get rid of the memes. Get rid of the memes.
No. Oh no.
Cover it up, guys. Cover it up.
Oh, my God.
I already got
It'd be
it.
like rated R though, and like the deer just died right away. You like ruins his life for a and then he like sacrifices like him to like fucking Satan or some shit.
Looks like I'm about to break the law. Hey, who believe it when I say?
Like fucking his mom
Cub's
in the
like,
middle of the
I'm
road.
God here, you can't stop me.
Yeah, I am. God.
We are gonna watch Open Season all the way through.
No.
What?
Hell yeah.
No.
All four of them at the same time.
Good guys.
Okay, guys, can I get some help with my math homework?
I'm gonna need you to
What?
stop.
I don't know
1
what you
plus
guys.
1 equals 1 on a bun.
I haven't done one yet.
Okay, guys,
I'm
I need
done.
to ask you a question. So number 5, do you guys know how to factorize
I know how to
6
write
squared minus 5x minus
Nigga, what
4?
the fuck does
Homework's
factorize
easy.
mean?
I'll just do it later.
And
That's
look,
what I
I'm
always say
not
for
an
homework.
Anglo.
What is this
Okay.
Canadian math?
Nigga,
Exactly.
nigga, you need to type that shit out. The fuck? Also, we're doing a podcast. I'm gonna
Math
need
where
you
it's
to
like 5
stop.
plus 3, and they
Yeah,
like
write
break
it
it down
down.
into like
We're
Why,
doing
when
like-
are we doing the podcast?
Because we need more episodes for our analytics.
down
When?
so
Not
confusing and
now.
shit.
We're
Yeah,
not
well,
doing
it's
it
too
now.
late. We're already halfway through.
Your podcast
Yeah.
am I being
Hell?
recorded right now?
Oh, what? Oh, that's a problem.
Cub,
Anyway,
save your homework for later.
no, I gotta do it now.
You have to
Right,
type
do
out
it.
the math problems for people. How the fuck are we gonna help you if you just yell math problems at us?
You're asking
Oh,
your
I got
Discord
that.
friends.
Program controls my
Okay.
ASMR.
You're asking
So-
your Discord friends, even though you have the power of the fucking internet. You could
Look,
you could just search it up.
Frenchie
What's the math
stuff is
problem?
not good. Oh, Pillboy, you're not good at math.
Power of the
Cub,
Oh,
go
is
down
Pillboy
to
muted?
and go to
I
Google.
forgot I
you-
server muted
what is the
Pillboy.
answer to
No, I
C
just
equals-
surface muted him because he was yelling at his mom.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I was
Hey,
Back
dude.
at it again with some more good memeing. And I'm gonna get some good old memeing. Hello,
Yeah.
people.
Fuck
I have
you.
to tone his
I
mom
have
libtard
terrible domestic
style.
abuse, so I was muted because of my parents'
coming
violation.
in smooth.
Well, you were muted because
Everybody,
your parents
let's
were
talk
beating
about
you?
how pee fetish is the obviously superior fetish.
Water sports is the master race fetish.
No,
Well, obviously, you're a Soulja Boy hater.
Guys, is there an episode of Steven Universe
Pee
that's real?
fetish
when
is a
Steven
water
becomes
sports fetish.
old?
What?
Yeah, and one of the
Square
becomes
root of-
bald.
Cop, the square root of 6
I found
is
a thing that
easy.
says
I mean, what the
No, that can't be Zerzetic. It's Zerzetic. Okay, I'm
eats
sorry.
this and almost dies, and I'm like, does Steven become a badass or a loser?
No, he's fat. He's fat. He's still
Clearly
fat.
he is.
He's also retarded.
Dude.
He literally doesn't even know what school is.
I want
Wait, what?
Steven. I want the show to go halfway through, and Steven's like a fucking dude in his 30s with
He's
aftershave.
a potato, literally.
It's funny.
Retarded boy. He has severe autism.
Like, why can't he be a
Oh,
chat like
Zerzetic, I'm
Greg?
gonna kill you.
Steven Universe is a confirmed soy boy.
I'm going to kill you. It's already.
Zerzetic is the bitch. I'm okay. This is too much for me. I'm about to have an
Zerzetic,
aneurysm.
All right,
Wait, is he not
everyone's saying
Zerzetic?
goodbye. Someone,
It's not
everyone's saying
Zerzetic.
goodbye so we can end the podcast.
Cup, that
God
wasn't
damn.
actually
Good
Zerzetic.
job.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye.
In my vans, knick-knack, paddywhack, give your dog a bone. I be sliding on your bitch while you chillin' at home.